When last we left our adventurers, they planned their assault of the Temple of Gond, the House of Inspired Hands, where they knew that a familiar person they knew, Heskel Kench, was being held captive and also being impersonated. So with the senior Civilar Garrett, they approached the temple and decided to immediately go to the door that didn't exist until I had to make it up. And proceeded to go through the area backwards. But it seems to have worked out in their favor, as they assaulted with every adventurer's worst nightmare a door. Behind it, they found the weapon that Stillhavity was creating, this large golem that had been infused with, seemingly, Ezeret. After a long, hard-fought battle against the golem, against the impersonator of Heskel Kench, and eventually a slew of mechanical constructs, also seemingly created in the same way this large golem was, the party succeeds. And we pick up with the party seeing Heskel Kench and Senior Civilar Garrett safe.
If I could interrupt the quick clarification. Senior Civilar, I'm pretty sure it was Garen?
Garen. No, because I'm reading off the name tag I gave, and it's overlapped with Heskel's, and it looks like Garrett when it's overlapped.
You had my paranoia.
No, it's Garrett. You're right, it's Garrett. Damn it.
Fucking tell me his name is Garrett.
Like, poor Garen can't catch a break. First he gets beat up and it's enchanted.
Literally,
and everyone's getting his name wrong. Then he was suspected of being an imposter.
I shit you not. When Garen is sitting next to Heskel, his double R's perfectly align with Heskel's H. It's perfect.
Oh my god.
I was just so paranoid because Garrett is someone else, and we didn't expect to find him here.
It's true. Garrett is someone else, and he is in fact doing stuff. He's busy right now.
Yeah. We're about to have a major problem.
Sorry, that was my bad. Damn it.
No worry.
It's all good.
I thought I nailed it, but no.
It's difficult to keep track of all these things. It really is.
So many things. But yes, you finished your hard-fought battle, and oh shit, forgot the last part. You also saw
Stillhavity.
Sometimes brain don't work good. But Stillhavity made an appearance, and after some very rude comments, Veritas had enough and shot a blast at him and hit, revealing an important piece of information that Stillhavity was not invulnerable, and could in fact be hit by his own kind, by Mox.
And that really got to him as he lashed out and bringing down Chelavi again.
Yes. Was anything done? Or did we leave off with Shelby going down?
I think Veritas got her up.
Yeah, we brought her up. The last thing was we were trying to make sure that Garen was level with us, and we weren't going to hard murder him.
Right.
Soft murder.
You don't play for a couple weeks. Just forget everything.
I would definitely say after all of the fighting, or it seems like things have calmed down, Veritas would have taken a seat. Trying to process everything that's happened.
Eve glances over and looks like she's about to go follow him, but then glances back at the still standing there, Haskell Kench. And is like, so, here you are. All free. What were you doing here in the first place? Where did they even get you from?
They nabbed me shortly after I left Icewind Dale.
Clarification. Was that the last place we saw her?
Yes. She left in the middle of the night.
Right, because we were in Bryn Shander, right?
Yes, when you were staying in Bryn Shander.
Hold on, you've been kidnapped this whole time? Oh wait, I guess it wasn't that long ago.
This whole time? It's only been a couple of days.
Listen, a lot has happened, okay?
It's still a long time to be imprisoned.
Yeah, well, I'm made of tough stuff.
Right.
Congratulations, I guess, yeah.
Well, what will you do now?
I don't really know. I mean, I was kind of already lost when I left you guys. But now with Stillhavity directly fucking with me, or at the very least going after Ezeret, I don't know. He's planning on doing more stuff in this city, isn't he?
Yeah, he sure is. He's already tried an awful lot of schemes that we've just been barely batting away as he's been throwing them at us. But I'm sure he's got more up his sleeve, and he's implied as much already.
Alright.
Think you'd be interested in helping out, since you're directly involved in this as well now.
Well, it's certainly something to do.
That it is. Awesome, so I guess we, glancing back at, Bosch and Gazraku, and I guess we let the Blackstaff know that, our initial report was, faulty, and that, the person of interest we mentioned is not a threat at all, and instead rather a helpful ally in this case.
She kind of squints at you.
Listen, the slime thing was impersonating you, okay? Like, we saw, and what were we supposed to think?
I don't know, that you've been dealing with a race of shape-changing monsters.
Anyway, nice to have your assistance.
Right. Well, don't get too familiar. Kind of would like some rest and privacy. Two things I haven't had for a little bit.
Yeah, that's fair.
Plus, I gotta get myself a new weapon.
Right.
So I'll figure that one out on my own.
Sorry about that.
So yeah. So I'll be around in the city, but I think it'd be best if I work alone. No offense.
Ugh. Rolls her eyes toward Bosch, Gazrakul, and the distant Veritas. Yeah, can you see the resemblance, guys?
Sure, it'll be fine. And for the feeling, you're going to be there and need to be.
Just be careful, because Stilhavity isn't the only concerning faction operating in this city.
It seems we can't walk 5 feet in any direction without uncovering some new dangerous faction. How exciting.
That's the big city for you.
It's not always like this. Waterdeep is a lovely place. It's just, these are strange times, okay?
You can see just 3 different kinds of doubt on 3 different dragon faces.
Alright. Well, I'm gonna look for the rest of my stuff. If you need anything, holler, but I'll be out of here.
Okay, alright. See you around, man.
She starts to walk away. Before turning. And clear my name with the guards if you did something, like if you insinuated anything. I don't need to be watching my back all the time.
Yeah, right. Hey, Garen! You want to go run back word to the Blackstaff about that?
I guess so. I do need to check on. Mind is blank. What was the griffin's name?
Oh.
Did I write down the griffin's name? Oh no.
Bird.
Did I?
Olo.
Volo, right?
Molo.
Right.
Yeah.
I did name it after him. Gotcha. Just like I knew it was someone else's name. Because I remember
Could
the
be
joke.
a coincidence.
I remember I remember the no relationship joke.
Ah.
But I couldn't remember whose it was. But yeah. Yeah, get a chicken volo. But yeah, I can go ahead and get some word ahead. I mean, are we clear now? Like, big bad, the place is no more?
Seems like the big bad is done. We didn't exactly open all the doors and stuff.
Yeah, the immediate threat is taken care of. We'll go ahead and finish sweeping the place to make sure there's nothing else dangerous in here, but it should be all right now. So yeah, you can let the Blackstaff know everything that went down over here. In the meantime.
All right.
Thank you for your help.
Well, that's what I was here for. And T will walk away.
Where's Chellaby in all this?
Shelby's taken the remnants of a seat.
off by herself or near Veritas or?
I mean, it kind of is like a little bit over. Oh gosh, you guys are laying down lots of heavy fire. So probably the last remaining seat is like over here, because like the rest are like splinters from the construct crushing down, and I believe there was a fireball at one point, and just yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Multiple fireballs.
Yeah, not much of anything left in here besides charred wood and such.
I'm imagining I am literally standing on a burnt piece of plague on the ground.
But yeah, she's just she's sitting down, kind of resting after the amount of times that she hit her head on the floor from going unconscious.
Yeah, that did happen a lot, didn't it?
Yeah.
You hear a mental message. Eve. You should check on Shalavi. She would appreciate it.
I mean, I was gonna come check on you, but I guess I can go check on her first.
I'll be fine for right now. Once this is over, then I'll have the luxury of not being fine.
Yeah, I know what that's like. Alright. Eve will wander on over to Chalabi.
Alright.
Kind of leaning over the pew from behind her. Hey, you okay?
I'm alright. It's kind of hectic there for a while.
Yeah, there was a lot going on in there. Well, at least you're okay. Got a little dicey a few times in there. But sorry about all that. That must have been tough to go through, but, you know, Ezruit and all.
Yeah.
How's she looking?
I mean, she is looking sad at the loss, but not like really really sad. Not like I'm not sure what the right word is for it.
Like sad, but not in a personalized kind of way?
Maybe?
Like a sadness that you're maybe a step or two removed from? Maybe?
Melancholy?
Maybe. She seems to be also distracted. Kind of probably thinking a lot about the encounter with her father that you all had.
Eve will kind of clamber over the remnants of the pew to try and find an unbroken spot to sit next to her. So, what are you thinking?
I'm thinking that I've never seen him that mad before. I'm thinking that he's never actually gone so far as to strike any of us.
Yeah, well, manipulators like that, they seem to like to believe that they're above having to go to such lengths to control people. It's certainly alarming that he can do that kind of damage just at will. That's going to make things tricky when everything comes down to it. But in the meantime, certainly interesting to see him get his feathers all ruffled about getting stood up to. Just wish he hadn't been able to take it out on you like that.
Yeah. But hey, at least we did find something important out, thanks to Veritas.
That we did. That brings up some interesting options. But ones that we should explore when we're not beat to shite, I think.
Yeah.
All right. Veritas stretches as he stands back up. Well, how's everyone feel? Because I feel like shit.
We're rather drained with some bumps and scratches, but we'll survive.
Feels like I got run over by a carriage.
It feels like I hit my head on the floor multiple times.
A few more wouldn't hurt.
Eve shoots a glare.
Same with Veritas. I'm just glad that you're still in one piece after all that.
I could say the same thing about everyone else. It got kind of scary there.
We always seem to find a way.
But we do. And we'll keep on doing that. As many times as it takes.
I also would like to bring up something else. That remark that Stilhavity said. He moved some of the other pawns, was it? Out from here. There's clearly more where this came from, more different, horrible variations of it. That we still need to stop.
Yeah, sounds like it. We just need to figure out where they are and take it from there, I guess. He didn't exactly leave us any leads this time. Starting to realize, I guess, what a stupid idea that was.
And sister's right. He's starting to lose that composure.
So, with that being said, what should our next move be? Well, first rest, I think.
Yeah.
We still want to make sure that there's nothing left right in this building.
Yes. Yeah, I think we should definitely finish looking around. Make sure there's nothing dangerous here. Glancing around, who looks hurt the worst?
You and Shelby, for sure.
Oh.
Veritas is only missing half his health.
Ah, when that is the benchmark, only missing half your health.
Yeah.
Yeah, Bosch is also about half. Gazrakul was able to avoid most of the damage by staying several floors above you.
Looking at all of the broken holes in the ceiling. Bosh, are you good?
Yeah, I've been worse before.
How about you, Tia?
Once we find a place to rest, I think I'll be fine. Just as long as we don't fight anything else. I think I'm actually gonna get a head start, and she is going to shift into a rapier and just kind of slide into your sheath. Cause Eve.
Eve was in the middle of reaching out toward her and is like, oh, alright. And we'll go ahead and grab the hilt of her rapier to cast Cure Wounds.
Alright.
Veritas will do Cure Wounds at home.
We have Cure Wounds at home.
Cure Wounds at home.
Then he will go over to Bosch as well. Well, if we're gonna keep looking around and there might be more dangerous things in here, might as well be somewhat patched up for him.
Thanks.
You know, there's always something about the chat log, and it shows Cure Wounds damage, and it's in red.
Yeah.
It always bothers me.
Bosch will provide mutual help. Eve, I don't know this will. Oh, thanks. You can get a first level spell back, just in case you need
We
it.
love to see
I'll
it.
take it, honestly. I think I'd used up all of my first levels, so.
Can I just say, this has been back to back the the D1s for Eve consistently.
Yep. It's
That's the rule.
fine.
I'll just stop rolling. You just get a first level spell slot back.
maybe it's the game's revenge for me being unable to roll natural ones as Eve.
You can still roll natural ones. You just have to roll 2 in a row.
That's true.
Easy.
Okay, shall we finish up our sweep then?
Let's go.
I was going to ask, is the altar here, is there like container or anything, or it's just table?
No, it looks like it's just a table for an alm box.
If I were less scrupulous, I would break open the alm box, but I will not do that.
I think this poor chapel has seen enough damage already.
Ideas, you say?
Damn it.
Good
Also,
funds for the crime organization.
It's
I
really
can't
just
collect
fair pay
blood.
for saving them all.
Is the telepathic bond still up, by the way?
Should be.
Okay.
Between all of you, yes.
Okay.
All right.
But yes, you begin to sweep through the House of Inspired Hands. You this first hallway heading down with all these doors. Unfortunately, all of them are locked, and there's a lot of them. Do you want to take the time to open up these doors in this hallway?
Looking over to Bosch. Key form?
We can give it a try, yeah.
Veritas transforms into a key sword. And he'll try the first one.
Alright, give me a roll.
Alright. It is it's dexterity plus proficiency?
Yes.
Okay. So I'll just add +4 to that.
11. Luckily, 11. DC was 10.
Oh.
And you unlock the door. And inside, you see what looks to be a small bedroom for one of the clergymen that live here.
Just living quarters. Should we go room by room?
Remind me, do we know what happened to all the guys who were supposed to be living here?
I don't think we do.
Remind me, Max, I know exactly what that thing is that was atop that altar, or in that altar.
Right. All of you have faced it. Well, except for Gazrakul, I guess. But all of you recognized it as an Oblex. And all of you remember what it can do. To recap, because that was like 2 years ago, an Oblex can replicate people using thin tendrils of sulfurous-smelling ooze. and can replicate a large number. The initial time when you met one of these, it was a lot smaller, but it still was able to replicate almost an entire village by itself.
And its main diet is meat.
Its main diet is
Oh,
meat. Yeah.
It a bit of a
Oh, no.
grimmer tone. I don't think we'll find them, to be honest with you. Remember the large one that was on the altar?
oh yeah.
That one was quite well fed. I
Uh,
can tell.
No, no, surely it couldn't have. All of them? Well, let's keep looking just in case. Maybe there are survivors.
How much time does it take me to go as we go systematically opening up these doors?
Uh, let's call it about half an hour as you kind of move through the hallways and search through all of them, and all the way down and around the corner is a series of bedchambers that all seem to have been home to the local clergy. You do not find anyone in these rooms.
Eve peeks into each one with see invisibility to take a look as well.
With see invisibility, you don't see anything either.
Shite.
Which give me a religion check.
Oh, okay.
With the 15, you actually realize that with your see invisibility up, not seeing anything is actually a good thing. It means that even though a horrifying act of murderous violence perchance happened here, it doesn't seem like their spirits are here, which is a good sign that they've moved on. Probably.
There's that at least. Rest in peace.
But as you move through the hallway, the kind of setting of the chamber changes as you find yourself in a large room with several different tables set up. You believe this to be the dining hall.
Does it smell foul in here? Anything off?
It sniffing around, you kind of get some of the leftover smells that were coming from a different room. You kind of there's like a thick smell of sulfur that's kind of always in the air, as well as other alchemical smells, acids and such.
We want to just start opening doors. Thinking there's nothing else dangerous.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And anything happen, immediately think it. Rest of us will hear.
Right.
Stepping inside here. The door's open.
Yep, you notice a couple of different doors open in this room. This room looks to be like a room for more acute studies. Um, Almost like set up like a classroom almost. And you hear some rummaging around coming from the south here.
I peek inside.
You peek inside and you can see that Heskel is kind of rummaging around a chest and is pulling stuff out. Kind of looks up at you and, what, I'm getting my stuff. Are we doing that awkward thing where we say goodbye and walk in the same direction? Is that what's happening here?
No, I'm trying to find if there's anything else still here.
Good luck with that.
And to you finding a new weapon.
Yeah.
Door is locked.
Door is locked.
Oh my gosh, we can actually click on them to see if they're locked or not now. That's so cool.
Mm-hmm.
A new feature, roll 20.
Yep, they're
Wild.
they're doors now.
Wait a minute.
Technology is too powerful.
We're doomed.
Verbally, the boss you hear. Boss, I need your help. There's a locked door.
Okay.
I mean, as you're all going around investigating, you notice that most of the doors are locked.
A 14.
A 14. You take 2 points of piercing damage as you do not open this lock.
Oh.
Kind of
All
twist
right,
yourself.
everybody.
Kind of twist yourself in there, and unfortunately, this lock is a bit more complicated than the other ones.
Now go.
Oh, okay.
All right. And Gazarkul and Eve, what are you investigating?
Just jiggling the handles on the doors to see if anything isn't locked.
Same.
Jiggling handles. You actually do find 2 doors that aren't locked. Not the one you're next to.
Damn it, I clicked those and
Magically,
it
I
was a
over
lie.
here. So in slow motion, we both synchronously open a different door.
Yep.
Eve, you walk into what looks like the kitchen. In Gazarkul, you walk into what looks like the forges.
Is there anything of mildly obvious value sitting out?
Um, go ahead and roll a perception check. 22. You do see a couple of things that you would know are worth something. You see sets of tools, a set of tinker's tools and a set of smith's tools.
Huh. Well, then... Gosh, I don't really have any skill for those. So I'm just gonna leave them where they lay and continue to investigate the room.
Mm-hmm. But you do know they are worth quite a bit of value, actually. It's like, what, 25 gold pieces for smith's tools and 50, I think, for tinkers?
Yeah, those are going in the pockets. They're just sitting here and there's no one to put them to use. And if they try and claim they weren't mine, they can't prove it until they do prove it.
That's the spirit.
And
Tinker's tools and smithing tools.
mm-hmm.
Got it.
Everything else seems to be like raw or smelted components, but nothing that really screams like it's something of extreme value other than the tools that made them.
Alright, I'll just pop out and head towards Eve once she found the other door.
Mm-hmm. And Eve, you walk into a kitchen. You almost expected a kind of rotting smell in here, given that you believe that most of the people here are dead and have been. But instead, you look inside and see that all of the cupboard and the pantry are completely bare. Completely cleaned out.
Either that thing was really hungry, or... Anything else of note in here as she moves around the room?
Make a perception check. $13. Alright. You actually found it takes a bit of time. So while you're looking around, Gazrakul comes in, but you do find kind of scattered throughout the room a set of chef tools.
Alright. Nothing dangerous in here, it looks like, although all the food seems to have been cleaned out. Oh, there's another door. Locked, looks like.
Everything seems to be.
You actually see that the mechanism to engage the lock is on this side.
Oh. Then let's pop it open.
You unlock it. And you see on the other side, you see you both occupy the same space. You see Tia.
Hi, Tia.
Hi, Eve.
We're going to try something. They stand over here and they're going to try and firebolt. Is it like a padlock that's locked to the door, or is it like a lock built into the handle?
This one is a lock built into the handle.
They're going to try and blast off the door handle with a firebolt.
Okay, go ahead and make a roll. 17 hits. 9. You blast into it, and it does start to melt a little bit.
Oh, it will take a second, but this could work.
Oh, are you sure you're not just gonna be melting it more firmly in place?
That's not how locks work.
Okay.
It, you hear a mental link. How's the search on your end?
Well, we haven't
Well,
really found anything dangerous so far. Gazrakul's trying to melt a lock.
the kitchen's cleaned out.
All I found was Heskel searching for her belongings and a hard to open door. Foster's trying to help with that, but not going so well.
Oh dear, don't overdo it.
Gazrakul will happily continue blasting cantrips at this door, striking fun poses as they do.
Eventually, you get a nice, clean hole where once a handle was. And after that, the door just kind of swings open. No longer bound to
Told
anything.
you.
All right. Excuse me, locks expert.
And outside, you see the courtyard.
Well, we found the way out.
That we did.
Right, that's good to have, because I don't think we were going back out from the top.
I mean, if you really want to, Bosch, we can.
Can we? I mean, I think some of the stairway is missing now.
Well, we can fly.
It might not be a bad idea to check out, because wasn't there a floor in between the top floor and the ground floor that we hadn't really explored except for that one chamber?
It won't be much of a floor.
Oh, that's true.
Yes, anything that was in the Tower of Value is now at the bottom.
I mean, we're not looking for things of value, we're looking for things of danger, right, Gazrakul?
Well, in our experience, if it's dangerous, it's also most likely valuable.
Oh,
Whether it be an object or information. Information can be dangerous and valuable.
yeah, you can say that again.
Information can be dangerous and
Oh
valuable.
my gods, shut up, all of you.
Gosh, I have an idea.
Okay?
Pull on the door, and I'll help. Pull it.
Okay. I mean, the other idea was to try the other kind of lock picking, but let's do this first.
Okay, so Veritas is going to cast telekinesis. And as you pull the door, telekinesis is going to try and also yank it from its hinges.
Okay. Then I'd like Veritas to make a charisma check and Bosch to make an athletics check.
Okay.
Alright. As Veritas, you resort to the brute force way of doing this, and with Bosch's rippling muscles, you are able to easily rip this door off its hinges. Revealing what looks to be a small study area.
Gently placing the door on its side.
Good job there,
That was pretty
Bosch.
cool. Thanks.
There must be something really super important here.
I guess. Let's look around.
Go ahead and make an investigation check. Either both of you or one of you with advantage.
How's your investigation?
It's not great.
I got a 3. A +3.
Well, then we can say that Bosch helps you look.
Okay.
Natural 20.
Oh.
With a natural 20, looking around this room, you can tell that someone was living in this room. There's signs of it being lived in. The couch, instead of having like separate depressions from people sitting in it, there's a long depression from someone sleeping in it. And um, and also with the nat 20, you can kind of look back and see the inside of the door and see that the handle and the lock on the other side has been completely removed. And you get the sense that this room was converted into a makeshift jail cell.
Message going out to everyone. I've just realized it. These rooms, they're all locked because they were being used as prisons. One of the door's handles was removed to keep them from leaving this room.
Have all of the little bed chambers that we've been seeing been locked from the outside or inside?
All of those were locked from the outside, or were locked from the inside. Like, they had like latches and stuff that you could use to unlock them on the inside. The bedrooms were not converted into jail cells. The room specifically that Veritas and Bosch are looking at has.
Gotcha. Could that maybe be where Haskell was being held?
Yeah, that totally makes sense.
You said she was still there, right? Could you ask her, maybe?
I'll try. Just popping in the doorway. Hey, is the room next to us the one that you're being held in?
No, I was held in the room across the hall.
Okay.
Yeah, that one over there.
It it's a different room.
Oh dear, then who was being held in there?
Probably the priests. Coming to this door where Bosch is. Well, want to try it again?
Oh yeah, let's do it.
Door ripping method. Hiya!
Door ripping method. Yep. easily enough.
And like stacking thing is just layering the other door on top of the other one.
All right. Like with the other door, you notice that this door has also been converted. In this room, the table isn't there, but the table's part of the map, so ignore the table. This room is completely empty. But go ahead and roll your investigations. But I'd also like Veritas to roll a insight check.
Insight.
Oof.
Yeah. It's an empty ass room.
Looking around, you kind of feel for whoever was being held in here, because if there was someone being held in here, all they had to sleep on was the floor.
Yeah, it seems like all these rooms in this wing are jail cells.
Probably. But also that some people were treated better than others.
Seems like it.
I mean, I didn't look into the room that Heskel was in. But
In the room that Heskel was in, you see what looks to be like a desk, although it looks like it's been completely cleared out, and a chair, as well as what looks to be a chain that's been bolted to the floor, that's connected to some manacles that are left open on the floor.
that room was pretty bad too.
Yeah.
Want to keep doing the smashing trick?
Alright. You guys smash around doors for a little bit and totally get the next one, but Gods and Eve, you have wandered up the hallway, and eventually the lighting seems to kind of change from this kind of like low lantern light that's been in the hallways to this grand, almost cathedral-esque view as you come into a room that has large kind of stained glass windows and also has this heavy smell of alchemical smells as you look in, and you can see various different like pieces and workbenches in here. You can see that this appears to be the main like sort of temple area for the Temple of Gond. This appears where worship was more or less practiced.
A thought has occurred to us, Eve.
Hmm.
It's not very important, but from what we've seen, it doesn't seem like the followers of God will have a float ready for the upcoming celebration.
Yeah, I think that's kind of the least of their worries right now.
Well, if they're all dead, they don't have any worries at all, thankfully. Something of a blessing in disguise, perhaps.
Alright. Well, anyway, the thing that we took down was being worked on a work table, so let's keep an eye out in here for anything else dangerous that might have been being worked on, yeah?
We'll let you know if we spot anything.
And the sweep begins.
All right. Go ahead and make
Investigation.
investigation. Mhm. All right. Very good rolls. Looking around, you can see that it looks like, for the most part, they were focusing on constructing as many of those constructs that kept rushing all of you towards the end of that last fight. This seems to be the room where they were making all of them. But you do find a couple of interesting things. First up, you find a variety of what looks to be gemstones, but guys are cool. Your eye can tell that these are magical in nature, but not as magical as you probably were hoping for. But there is something about them that may be worth looking into.
Do I Arcana check them, or
You can.
to investigate further what specifically has been imbued or not imbued? Come on, roll the check.
25. Kind of looking at them, it almost feels like it's waiting. Like it's been primed for the ability to receive a spell or magical effect.
Eve, we have some primed gemstones.
Oh?
Primed as in they are ready to be imbued with further magical property. If we had to hazard a guess, these might have held whatever spells would animate the objects, as it were. Or at least they were prepared to do so.
Huh, that would make sense. They were getting a lot of those ready. I'm not sure if those were originally intended to be harmless constructs for the parade, or if they'd been built with malicious intent from the beginning. The ones that are in here still, if there are any, they look inert, right?
The ones that you find do look inert.
Okay. Alright, well, at least none of them are active.
Also, to be
I
clear,
don't know.
the gemstones you find look to be quartz, and you find 3 of them.
Is quartz, as far as we know, a spell component that is used for anything specific?
I think there are some spells that call for quartz, but none that specifically come to my mind.
Okay.
Adds them to the growing pocket pile.
Right in front of Eve's face?
Right in front of Eve's face.
Just slowly turns her head to look up at them. Oz,
Yes,
what you doing?
gathering supplies.
Guys, listen, just because the people of this temple that were in the temple at the time are gone doesn't mean it's okay to just swipe all their stuff. There are more followers than the ones that were just already here, you know?
Well, if there's no one here, then no one owns these.
They belong to the temple communally.
They all look around for any community inside the temple.
Listen, Gazrakul, I just spoke recently with people who are followers of Gond, who would normally attend this temple, who had been basically shut out of the temple until the parade happened. So there will be more temple goers soon. It's not as if all of them were gone in one fell swoop, you know?
Well, we spoke to Gond personally alongside this adventure, so it's fine. We'll clear it with the man upstairs later.
Gives you a dubious look.
Oh, really? And when did this conversation happen?
Either during or before the fight with the creature. Time has been funny.
Hmm.
And
Well, how?
besides, this prevents these from being used to activate any of these creatures. Perhaps by removing them from proximity, it will guarantee that they will not arise to stab us as we turn our backs on them.
Eve had been opening her mouth to basically tell you to put them back, but at this she slowly shuts it and looks back around at the constructs, and then slowly looks back at Khazrakul.
I mean, I guess there's the possibility that they might have put those back in the constructs, and they might have been malicious. Fucking fine, alright? Jeez, just take them, whatever.
Besides, imagine if this act of theft, as you call it, saves the lives of those who come back to the temple. This way they won't put them in the constructs and get stabbed. Who knows, the constructs that remain may be traps for those who return with good intent.
Oh, Gazrakul, your consideration and generosity for the people around you never ceases to amaze me, you know that?
We are told this often.
Alright, let's keep looking.
That was everything in the room that we could find.
The things of particular note. Everything else seems to be various tools and many different stages of completed constructs.
Gotcha. And door.
And door. Big door.
Main entrance door, I assume.
Looks to be.
Are those stairs at the big cog like going up to a new level, or do they just ascend to like a sort of raised platform near the big cog?
They just descend to kind of a higher vantage point to kind of like be able to look over everything in the room.
Gotcha.
Perhaps a place to give announcements from.
Right. Gauze sends out a mental. We think we've cleared just about everything where we are. Any news from wherever you are?
I've been smashing some doors. Looks like people were kept in cells here.
Yes. Some better in better condition than others. And we aren't fully smashing doors, they're just being placed outside of their frame.
You say as you smash a new door.
Do temples of this kind usually come equipped with prisons, or is this something out of the ordinary?
They're makeshift. They remove the other part of the handle from the inside.
Veritas and Bosch, as you take care of this door, this one is not like the other ones and has not been converted, but still locked nonetheless. As you open it up and you see an unusual sight, what looks to be a circle inscribed on the floor.
A magic circle?
Weird.
Maybe.
A teleportation circle?
Maybe.
May
You know,
I?
that spell I now have?
You could give me an arcana to try and determine what this circle this may be used for.
Quickly jump in the
Okay.
middle. Just kidding.
And then do jumping jacks.
But what if?
A 26.
A 20. Yep.
This looks to be a teleportation circle.
Oh,
Freshly made?
No. This looks like the temple's teleportation circle. With the 26, you would know that it takes a long time to inscribe a permanent circle.
Well, Eve, I found teleportation circle for the temple.
Oh, really? Okay. That'll be useful, although I don't know if they want us to have access to it, but
And can I memorize the symbol?
You're just trying to memorize it by looking at it?
Yes.
Give me just a flat intelligence check then.
This is gonna go amazing. Hiya.
It went amazing. Alright,
Let's go.
you have it for now.
Is there anything else in this room besides the circle?
Besides the circle, it does not look to be.
Okay. Well, Bosh, last door.
But yeah. I was gonna ask,
Think doing this mentally.
for all the magic people, so what would happen if you, like, pried up all the paving stones that that circle was inscribed on, took it with you?
I'm pretty sure that would just break the spell, maybe? I think. I mean, I'm not entirely sure, since I haven't really heard of that being tried before.
It seems like it might be more work than it's worth.
Someone could give me another Arcana roll, someone who's trained in Arcana.
I shall.
Do it. Bad.
You don't know.
Just
That could
one person or anyone wants.
That sounds like a really cheap way to, make teleportation circles. Just make it in one place, then move it to another. What's wrong with that?
I find portable teleportation circle good circle. Yeah.
Cool. I mean, like, not many places have these things, so they probably don't, tell people how they work, or to keep their secrets and stuff.
Eve, on a
It would be very
20,
handy.
on a 20, Eve, you know that the reason why it takes so damn long to make a teleportation circle is because you're not just inscribing it into the ground where it sits, you're also inscribing it into the local ley lines.
Mm.
And if you move it, you'll be removing it from the ley line connection and essentially breaking it.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So we should move it.
Maybe let's just leave that there so that the future temple goers can have access to it. Yeah.
Hmm?
But if it's portable, it would be way more useful.
Buddy, I don't know how to tell you this. It's not portable. It would actually break.
So then you can put it back together, right?
Not so much. It's a little more complicated than that, I'm afraid. Has to tap into the local magic of the area, into the ley lines.
Ley line?
It's a lot. Suffice it to say, it's kind of rooted in place, and if you tried to uproot it, it would just die. Like a plant.
So it need more than squiggly lines?
It would need more than squiggly lines.
Okay.
But it was a good thought. Very creative.
And Veritas stops using his telekinesis on the ground.
Oh god.
But it's a good thing that Veritas was memorizing it, so we can come back here, and we don't need to write it down or anything, because he'll remember.
Wow, wish I had that kind of memory.
Right.
Right.
Alright.
All right.
Why are you all just staring at each other? Ooh, that is... Unfortunately, that is not enough. As you kind of tug on this door, you find that this one is giving up more of a fight than all the other ones. Or maybe you're getting tired of ripping all these doors off.
They started it.
Not budging.
Did you guys look around this initial room? Eskel kind of looks over at you guys.
I think we just kind of got excited about tearing doors off. Is there something missed?
Right. So you know how these two doors are open? You know, the one I was in and the one I was locked in? Did you not think to ask how I opened these doors? As she holds up in her hand a key.
Oh my god.
How did you get a key to the door? You were locked up.
Garen had it.
Has she just been standing around watching them tearing doors off their hinges this whole time while she was holding on to the key?
No, I was putting my armor back on.
Oh my god.
And then I was watching.
What a dick.
Do you mind if we borrow that key?
Sure. I mean, there's only one door left for it anyway. She tosses you the key.
The key floats in midair over to the door. Inserts it into the lock.
All right. And you go to unlock it, and it's a little stuck because you've already tried to pull this door out. But after a couple of attempts and kind of banging on the door, you do unlock it.
Oh my god. Inside here?
Inside this room, this looks like a. This one hasn't been converted, it looks like. This one looks like a sort of. An area for like small work. Like almost like prototype benches. Like a place to draw out designs and kind of map out things. Looking on the desks, you actually see what looks to be alchemical recipes.
Hmm.
Do you attempt to read it?
Yes.
I'm assuming you're not proficient in alchemist supplies.
Well, that is a good guess.
Mm-hmm. So, just a flat intelligence. With disadvantage. So,
Well.
12. You're looking at it. You can't make heads or tails of it.
Weird recipes.
Some weird stuff. I definitely wouldn't want to try to eat that.
But what if it's tasty? Eve!
Mentally.
Yes. Just watching Gazrakul just repeatedly blasting the door.
Read that weird recipe book.
Recipe book? The kitchen was over here, though.
Veritas grabbing the book. Running over here with it.
Oh, hi.
Right into Gazrakul just machine gun fingering or blasting this door.
Just in
I
time
had to
to
watch
see.
my phrasing.
Just in time as you see the door kind of swing open, and you can see that it is a different door into the forges.
Oh my god.
Well, that was fun.
Gauze, didn't you look
Yep.
into that?
Yep.
Hmm.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Feel free to go through this door and take a look yourself.
Very generous of you. Anyway, what's this recipe book, Veritas?
Hands it over to you.
I can't read it. Might be tasty.
Showing you the alchemical book.
Oh boy.
Should I make some sort of roll for this?
Unless you are proficient in alchemy, it'd also be intelligence to disadvantage.
Okie doke.
You got this. Oh.
I don't got this.
9. Yeah, no, it's not something you recognize.
Weird. But I
Right?
don't know if that would be necessarily. Where did you find this?
In one of the prison cells.
Hmm.
Excuse me.
Yeah, I don't.
Pardon me. As Haskell's trying to make her way out.
In the most non-awkward way possible.
Mm-hmm.
Hey Haskell, does this book look familiar at all?
Do you just shove it in her face?
Yeah.
No, I don't know this. Huh.
Hmm?
She'll make her roll. You gotta be shitting me.
What?
She rolled a natural 20.
Oh my god!
'Cause
That
she-
disadvantage?
She doesn't have disadvantage because she is proficient in alchemy supplies.
Oh my god.
Damn.
Hell yeah.
Oh, well, this is how they were making, putting the extra spice on their constructs. This was an alchemical solution to help bind Mox to the constructs.
Really?
Does she seem like she's telling the truth?
You can roll an insight if you want.
I mean, that sounds very believable.
It does, but it's Haskell, so I'm suspicious.
With a 23, you do not sense that she is lying.
I heard that fucking roll.
Uh-huh.
Oh, jeez. Okay, well. Oof, glad we asked you.
Yeah.
Alright.
Although it looks like they only ever managed to make one batch of it before you guys, came in here. And that's what they used on Ezeret.
Right. Well, I think it's probably for the best that this isn't left lying around for anyone to use again.
Is there any rare stuff they need for it? Maybe we can try and catch them where they're making supplies.
It's a good point.
I mean, there's a couple of rare ingredients, but I mean, you're kind of in a port town. It's going to be hard to eliminate all your sources of this kind of stuff.
That's true. Are any of the ingredients quartz by chance?
Quartz? No. Doesn't look like it.
Okay. Alright, just checking.
Say how long the bonding process takes?
Looks like it actually depends on the mock.
Okay. Well,
Either way, this is something we can present to the Black Staff with the rest of our report on the situation here.
certainly. Good idea. Thanks for your help, Haskell.
Yeah, no problem. Haven't looked at that kind of stuff in a long time.
Well,
Did you
goodbye.
just say that in an offhanded remark?
Mm-hmm.
Sure you don't want to just hang around with us. You've been helpful like 3 or 4 times already.
Yeah, I'm afraid it's going to start becoming a habit. Better get out of here before it does.
We've got an open slot until Virgil comes back. But when he gets back, we'll kick you out. But until then, you're free.
Huh. I didn't want to ask, but now that you brought it up, where is Virgil?
He's kind of making a delivery. agreed to help somebody out, and he's taken them home.
Yeah, left in the middle of the night without letting any of us know. Guess he felt like he needed to work alone or something.
Either that, or that's just the excuse he gave us so that he can go back to the Feywild to assume his rightful throne as the Witchlight Monarch.
What?
Long story.
Yeah.
He's straight up royalty now. With a lovely crown, I might add.
Well, yeah, he was that before.
Well, that seems like a complicated statement.
It's always complicated.
Yeah, that's true.
He pretended to hate the Feywild while we were there, but we feel like he's gone back to rule over the fairies and sprites.
Right. Alright.
Well, next time you see him, you should definitely mention his new position as Witchlight Monarch. I'm sure he would love that.
I'm sensing an inside joke. At his expense. So,
Well, if you were inside the party, you might get it.
tempting, but nah. Anyway, see ya. And she just
Okay, bye.
and she just walks out.
Gazra cool turns and says, well, we had too many NPCs anyway.
NPC.
Too many what now?
Followers. We have too many people following behind us anyway.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, no, you're fine, Tia. We would never turn down the assistance of a dragon. Very useful. The tree Eve brought back, less useful.
Don't you diss, buddy.
I'm more surprised that she was actually tempted to stay.
Yeah, I'm never quite sure what to make of that one.
Hasn't she tried to kill all of you before?
I mean, sure, but that's something that's been done by multiple people that, you know.
Our bar of acceptance is low.
And plus, in our first social meeting, kind of made it our mission to insult her as much as possible, and just generally put her down. Kind of bad about that now.
Yeah, we did do that, didn't we?
And we're the evil ones.
Listen, I mean, the thing is, she is part of a regime that's extremely prejudiced against sorcerers, and when we first met her, she was trying to murder a child, and there's the whole thing of her family enslaving Mox, and...
Well, most regimes are prejudiced against some group. Whether it be non-humans, magic users, humans with blue eyes, humans with green eyes. It's all very similar.
Okay, but that doesn't make it right. Anyway, before we start arguing more about regimes, have we cleared the whole building at this point?
We think so.
You do believe
Left side clear.
that you have gotten almost every single door.
Almost.
Almost.
We missed one.
There's one
Everyone door search.
But where? Okay, guys,
Is
final
it
sweep
perhaps
just to double
this
check.
one?
No.
Wait,
We open all the ones in that hallway, I think, even though they don't show up as open.
which door is it?
Can we get a hint?
Gazra Cool is the only one that's seen it so far.
Oh, shit.
Is it This one?
No.
Gosrickle goes literally down the hallway, just busting open doors as they go to verify that they were checked.
Well, you're getting colder.
Since Godsrockle was like, you can go in there to see for yourself if you want, and Eve remembers that she does have see invisibility and no one else does, she will peek into the forge as well.
Alright.
No. Colder.
Is it maybe this one?
It is that one.
Hey guys, I found one more door in the forge.
Oh, okay. I got distracted by all the stuff in the stained glass room.
Oh, yes, we missed this one. They crack their fingers. Stand back.
Oh, don't worry, I got da 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 da.
As he does the da da da.
All of you are looking at this door, yes?
Yeah.
You can see very clearly that there's a mechanism to unlock the door.
Oh my god. Eve just unlocks it.
Ta-da! It's the back door.
Oh my lord.
Okay, we're done here.
Okay, time to go.
There. You have gained your revenge on all doors.
100%ed.
Take the pile of smash doors and throw them on the fire in the forge.
Let's say, to be really petty, Gauze goes through and like shoots off the different hinge of each door, just so that it's a pain to repair it.
Oh my god.
Certainly give the people of Gond, when they come back, something to do.
Projects. It's all about keeping them busy.
Yeah, they'll need the distraction, I think.
Solve this creative problem.
Alright.
Okay. To Blackstaff Tower for our report, I guess, and to drop this off. Holding the book.
As good a plan as any. Perhaps a pawn shop on the way if there is one.
Yeah, definitely gonna get some rest after all this.
Alright. You head out of the Temple of Gond and find yourself once again in this city of Waterdeep. And where are you heading?
Except tower?
Blackstaff Tower?
I'm gonna give the report.
Gazrakul mentioned trying to find a pawn shop on the way.
Oh, well,
And that can
what are
be
we
either
pawning?
now or later. Oh, nothing. Don't worry about it. Just some gems that we found that may have been used to power the automatons. We felt that it was best to remove them from the premises as to remove the chance of them being a danger in the future.
Keep it quick, bud.
I mean, if they're gonna be dangerous, maybe we should show them to the Blackstaff and see if she knows what they do.
Mm-hmm.
They're not dangerous in their current state, but they are primed and ready to receive spellbinding. So they're like blank slates just waiting to be filled. But if we take them somewhere and exchange them for an amount of gold, they will surely be given to others who will place only positive spells inside.
That's very optimistic of you, Gauze.
You're rubbing off on us. What can we say?
I mean, we could do our own kind of experimentation. Just choose a really cool spell and cast it into one of the gems.
Would that be possible?
It could be.
Man, if we could just fill these with a couple fireballs and hand them out to everyone.
Oh, speaking of handing things out, Eve takes out her journal out of her bag and a quill pen and hands them over to Veritas. You said that you had been memorizing that spell circle, right? Want to scratch it down so that we have it for later?
You're not confident in Veritas' memory?
No, I am, but what if we get split up for some reason?
Does Veritas communicate?
You can communicate exactly how I should draw the spell circle in great detail? I don't even know if I'd be able to do it.
This way we'll have 2 copies.
Yeah.
And, what if we need to share it with somebody else?
You don't have to if you don't want to. Just a
Um.
thought.
Okay. Now, handing the piece of parchment to Veritas
Mhm.
to scribble on.
Mm-hmm. The whole journal, Eve's most precious possession.
Did
She
you
just
know?
flips to one of the back pages that has a couple of other teleportation circles scratched into them.
Did you know that? Fun fact: this is gonna be Veritas's first time scribbling anything down, much less drawing.
Oh my gosh. Is
So-
he like struggling with how to use the quill pen?
With that being said, Max, how what I need to do to jot down the symbol that I remember to the parchment?
Well, luckily you're not having to remember how to write any words. You're literally just writing out what you saw, and for that, I would call that a history check.
Interesting. Okay.
And I'd say with advantage because you did roll pretty high on your intelligence check. And yeah, you're able to copy it down pretty easily.
An artist is born.
Almost like pinpoint accuracy, as the quill is kind of shaking rapidly, back and forth, like something you would see from those lie detector machines.
Wow.
And the furious scribbling on E's precious notebook.
Oh no.
And then you hear dun, 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 as he presents it back to you.
Oh.
And you see a immaculate scribble depicting the very same spell circle that you assume is the one for the Temple of Gaunt.
Wow, this is a beautiful rendition, Veritas. Oh my gosh. Did you just draw an almost perfect circle without even using a compass? Holy shite. You're a natural born artist.
I just started wiggling.
You sure did. I mean, you don't, just for future reference, you don't have to scratch it in quite so hard. She lifts the page. Are any of the pages after it indented or damaged?
I don't think so.
No, it's just a really good shading on it's like the whole thing is just like scratched in, and it just very well defined, like, the center and like the surrounding of it is in a deeper color of that uh, of the ink that has been jotted down.
Wow, that pressure control though. Very nice. Thanks.
Veritas always under pressure. Ha! Whew.
Oh, no, that's.
And you see him kind of pressure as he like squishes and turns into a quill. A very pointy one.
Whoa!
Like this.
Wow, the pen is mightier than the sword and all that.
Veritas is now a dart.
Oh my gosh.
Well,
Never get used to how that works. Like, how can you squeeze something that big into something that big?
Well, you see,
I never really thought of it.
we kind of fold in on ourselves. There's more space in between things than you think. It's sort of like your bag of holding.
I don't think you want to mention that in Veritas's presence.
Right. You walk down the streets of Waterdeep, and eventually you do see the familiar tower of Blackstaff.
Wave to the probably same watch duty guard.
He nods towards you and opens up the gate. You head up the tower as normal and find yourself once again at Blackstaff's office.
Knock,
Sorry,
knock.
actually.
It's open.
Strolling on and making ourselves comfortable again.
Welcome back.
So that was not what we expected. Kind of also what we expected, but not. Yeah.
Right. Garen gave me
Garen,
a report.
Okay, yeah.
Did you find anything else there while you were searching around?
Yeah.
Well, there was this. Eve will hand over the book with the recipe for the binding mocks.
Alright.
Hey.
She also got a natural 20.
Damn!
Oh. So they are binding mocks to constructs.
Yeah.
It was pretty bad.
Right, but from the looks of it, they were still in the prototype stages, more or less.
Also, unfortunately, there was no other clerics or people there at the temple. It was all empty.
None? Damn.
None. We suspect that the Oblex, or rather, the creature that we in particular had vanquished there, was to blame for that.
Alright.
There were multiple rooms that had been converted into prison cells in the temple, but all empty. Except for, the one with Heskel in it.
Oh yeah, also Heskel. She cool.
Right. Garen let me know. It is sad that there were no survivors. But, luckily, there will be plenty of people to fill in the space. Unfortunately, not enough time for them to help out with the festival.
There's also something else.
We'll have to talk to the planner. Probably have to go with that carnival. They were asking about it.
The one by the docks?
Yes. They were wanting to take part in the festival events as well. I have been meaning to investigate them, but every time I talk to Laurel about it, she says not to worry. I get the feeling that she knows someone there. Or at least the person in charge.
Well, it should be alright then, right? If it wasn't legit, then she wouldn't vouch for them, surely, right?
Right. If it wasn't for that look on her face every time she talked about it.
Oh,
What kind of look?
Like a, ugh. Truly displeasant look. But at this point, I suppose we have no choice.
I mean, we keep really forgetting, but we keep meaning to look around that place anyway. But then we get into a fight, or I don't know, it's mostly getting into fights and getting hurt, and not going over there.
yeah, and unfortunately, it doesn't seem like that's going to stop anytime soon because I don't know if Garen mentioned Lady Blackstaff, but we did encounter Stilabity yet again while we were there, and he did strongly imply that he has more schemes in the works for the city.
But no leads, right?
No leads, not this time.
Well,
But maybe we can dig something up.
well, don't dig too hard. You've already done so much. Honestly,
Wipes blood off her face.
honestly, all of you need to take a rest.
Just bedding down.
Not yet. Go. start to like go over and try and catch him. Oh wait, is he still in quill form?
No, he transformed back
Okay.
into elven form for this, but as you rush over to him, he begins to lose that form.
Oh jeez. She'll try and like prop up the blobby mess that is beginning to melt.
Is
And
your friend all right?
Yeah, this just happens sometimes when he gets really, really tired. He'll be alright. Oh, come on, buddy, we just gotta get home, and then we'll take a rest, okay? But for now, gotta hold it together a little bit longer, okay?
and as you talk, the blob becomes more rotund and firm, as it is a opaque liquid with a white crystal orb in the middle. You do not get a response.
Oh boy. Oh, we might have to carry him.
We
Do
can.
you need a
Take care of that.
bowl or a bucket?
A fair question. I think it should be fine. He's kind of
Squish, squish.
on the firm side. Bosh, do you think maybe you could pick him up?
Think so, yeah.
Okay. I'll leave your friend to you, then. As for any next moves, I think that you earned a well-deserved break from us, and as for investigating this matter, he kind of puts a bag of gold on the table. Not much, but what we could pull together in such short notice.
Oh, thank you. That's very kind.
Normally we'd offer more for this kind of thing, but with everything else.
I'd be doing it even if it was for free. This is my home after all.
Spoken like a true water Davian. In
But
any
appreciated
case,
nonetheless.
in any case, go get some rest.
Right, we'll do our best. Let us know if anything, alright? And we'll
Of-
do the same.
Of course. We'll message you if anything comes up. And of course we expect you to come to us if you find out anything more.
Of course.
But I shouldn't hear from you because you're going to go and rest.
Yeah, don't worry, we will. But you never know what's gonna bust into our place of rest.
Sure.
Trouble seems to find us lately, even if we don't go looking for it, so. Let's hope that's not the case this time.
Right. Because caves and temples just sneak up on you.
Can't catch a break from anyone today. Alright, you have a good evening, Lady Blackstaff.
To you as well. And also, it's like mid-afternoon.
Oh my god, really? Oh my god, it feels like it's been such a long day.
Well, yes, you went out and fought that first thing in the morning.
You know what? I love a good afternoon nap. Maybe we should just do that.
That sounds nice, doesn't it?
Hmm?
Could we get a full rest in and then go to the boat at night?
Well, rest first, then we wing it from there. Come on, come on.
That's just me saying that you have a ball to carry around.
Oh, that's right. We just like roll Veritas through the streets.
Kick him around like a soccer ball.
He's a little bit bigger than a soccer ball, but he's definitely very kickable. More like a basketball.
Should we be carrying a mock visibly around through the streets, actually?
It's just a basketball.
Is it just a basketball? So you were just rolling around with this ball?
Eve will try and throw her new cloak over him to try and cover him up a bit.
Alright. Go ahead and roll a stealth check then, Eve.
Oh boy, okay.
Okay. Alright. So, you leave Blackstaff Tower. Where do you end up going?
Eve, about that pawn shop.
Oh. You're really determined, aren't you? We just got paid.
How much did we get paid, by the way?
You look in the bag and you see 100 platinum.
Oh, damn, okay.
Look, we've got 100 platinum to split between us already. We could save the pawning for another day, surely, right? Unless you really want to do it right now.
We prefer not to carry. We prefer to carry as little as possible. And these tools will drill holes in our pockets if they stay for too long. We're sure. Yeah, they're heavy. It's like 18 pounds of tools.
And for Gaz, that's like 400 pounds.
With their wimpy wizard nerd arms.
And their noodle necks.
Alright, I guess we can find some place to unload that in the meanwhile. But Veritas has really had it for the day. Oh, I need to... How about we split up? I'll recommend a pawn shop for you. I'll go back and set up the mansion for everyone else. Or actually, I guess they can rest in the inn in the meanwhile before I get back, so I can actually show you where the pawn shop is. So guys, do you want to go on ahead while Gazrakul and I unload these items? And we'll catch right up?
I guess. Still kind of confused on what the plan is, but taking a nap sounds good.
What time is it?
The time, probably somewhere between noon and 1.
Would we foreseeably be able to get a full rest in and have time left in the night for the
Meeting. We could do
The
the
meeting?
meeting after a long rest. A long rest is 8 hours, right?
Yeah.
It
So if we-
is.
if we go to sleep-
There is, however, one issue. You can only take one long rest per 24 hours.
Ah,
Oh shit. And we already took one.
There hasn't been enough time since your last one.
right. Well, we could do a short one and then just not cause any problems.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's something we're good at.
Be on your best behavior.
Mm-hmm. I
I'll be
guess that's
pretty much like set after a short rest, but I understand with spellcasters that's not always the case.
Yeah. I've got
I
like
got-
3 spells left.
I am good to go, baby. I got like 3 first level spells to my name and 2 second level. No, I got 1
Cantrips
first
for
level and 2
days.
second. Yes.
Must be nice to have useful cantrips. I'll be over here mocking people. But yeah, if that's the case, then we could just short rests back at the inn and then spend the rest of the day doing whatever we want until
Yeah,
meeting time.
even the pawn thing can be like an off screen. I just want to turn in the stuff for their gold value, basically.
Yeah.
Right. Well, for the tools, you'd get half their value, so about 35 gold pieces, unless you want to try and haggle.
Nah.
Right. Then yeah, they'd offer
I'll
you
take
35
35.
for the tinker and the smith.
Beautiful. And we can mess around with the quartz to see if there's anything interesting we can make happen with them.
All right. You mess around with it kind of during your short rest, and you feel like you could put a spell in here. It would take a little bit of time to actually put a spell in. You'd estimate about an hour to put in a spell. And there's not a whole lot of space inside, so you think you could only fit in like a second or lower level spell.
That could still be very useful. Yeah, we'll think on that. Gazrakul will suggest that later on they could throw in something like Misty Step into all 3 of them for like a quick getaway if necessary, because Lord knows we've needed some teleportation magic to escape.
An excellent point.
So at some later time, they will imbue those quartzes for everyone and then pass out Misty Steps.
All right.
3 Misty Steps.
In the meantime, on your sheet, you can go ahead and add what they actually are, which are quartz spell gems.
Ah, got it.
They don't require attunement, even though it
Nice.
says they do.
I don't have
So-
that item.
You know?
I do not. That's weird.
Spelljam Obsidian, I see that. Oh, Spelljam Quartz. It's a wonders item.
Oh, okay. I put in quartz and there was just quartzes, but now that I know that spell gem is what I'm looking for. Got it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Alright, I will add 3 of those and get rid of the 3 normie quartzes that I thought they were.
So, we're taking a short rest at the moment.
That is what it sounds like.
Is anyone... Are we all, like, together? Do you...
It's up to you.
I would imagine so. Probably hanging out in the inn. Eve will play Song of Rest for everyone so you can get an extra little boost.
For those who notice the unconscious ball, something begins to change.
Mhm.
As the clear, opaque liquid and the white gem begin to change colors. As a second gem, the red one, starts to appear in the middle, glowing this red hue.
So he has a white one and a red one now. Does he turn pink?
You just might. I am trying to attune to the ruby.
All right.
And yeah, you would see it would be it's the strange thing of the two crystals in the middle as they pass around each other, and in the middle it's this pink color, but on the sides the white, clear, and then the reddish, the deeper reddish color on the other side. And that's, yeah.
Gauze also, before they finish resting, heads over to Bosch and pulls out this ornate belt and says, "Here, give this a shot. We want to see it in action." As they pass over the belt of Fire Giant Strength.
Shit. Oh, this looks like a nice belt.
Yes, we've divined its properties, and we believe you will find them very useful. It will require some attuning, so go ahead and wrap it around your forehead and think about it very hard.
Okay, so it's a different way of wearing a belt, but I can deal with that.
Well, that's just for the attunement process. You can wear it wherever you like after that.
Okay.
So I pass the belt over to you of Fire Giant Strength.
Huh.
The blob coughs and spits out the pearl of power.
Okay there, Betty. Didn't think you normally made pearls.
No, I got that back in the Feywild. It's supposed to fill you with energy, but it's not working right now.
Are you feeling okay, buddy? We saw with the gem and all, there was a bit of a color change. Everything alright?
Oh, everything does look redder. I don't feel bad or anything.
Okay, that's good. Well, that being the case, everybody certainly looks significantly better. What do we want to do with the rest of our day?
Yeah, so we can't go to the carnival early. They told us to go at night.
Sea Maiden's Fair, yes.
Guess
We should. Oh, go
have a
ahead.
one shot. I mean, you don't want to start a new hobby with the stuff that you found.
We would definitely suggest staying put, because if we walk outside, we will find trouble. And we'll have to put off the meeting again.
Oh yeah.
We cannot walk a mile in any direction without finding something to kill or that wants to kill us, so we suggest we hang out and, we don't know, tell stories, do hobbies, something.
It's almost like the city is like really dangerous and unusual.
It's
Gosh,
a
well-
great, fantastic city, okay? I don't know why everyone's assuming that it's always like this.
Oh, is it?
Gestures at everything.
Folds her arms and pouts.
I'm just giving you a hard time, right?
Yeah. Between people thinking that this is a city of pirates and people being like, oh, it's just dangerous in general. Oh, poor Waterdeep can't catch a break.
We kind of brought the trouble with us.
Yeah, I guess we did, huh?
Trouble was coming either way.
Yeah, that it was. But speaking of story times and speaking of our hometown, glancing at Khazrakul, hey, what's your hometown like? I don't think we've ever really talked about where you came from.
Well, there's a lot of sand, and underneath that sand there's usually more sand.
Okay, yeah, what's on top of the sand?
Sand dunes.
Oh my god.
And on top of that,
We're not from a very interesting place. It's an isolated community of various Scoridra living in the desert, eking out an existence by the skin of our scales.
That doesn't sound uninteresting by any means. What's it called?
In common, it doesn't translate properly. We suppose the closest we could say stone huts, or stone standing, stone building.
Interesting.
Okay. And I guess like sand is pretty much tiny rocks, so comes with a theme.
It is a small community. Most of our supplies and funding come from the Zentarum. We're out of the way, but many of our people lend our talents to the organization.
I see.
The desert produces fine warriors, and the isolation it offers gives the opportunity for much study for those skilled with arcane arts.
did you eat back home?
Well, yes, everything eats.
What did you eat back home, I think was the question.
Well, a variety of... We don't know if you've ever been to the desert, but food comes in many shapes and sizes. There are many desert insects that prove edible. Sand scorpions were a favorite. If you're quick, you can catch fennec foxes, those make good meat. There are a variety of things. Perhaps someday we shall take you out on the sands, Veritas, and let you loose on the local wildlife.
This desert sounds good.
Where is this desert, by the way?
Let me pull up my Forgotten Realms map. Hold on.
It would be to the east, if you're being truthful.
In this moment, they are. I know we talked about it. It's just been a minute.
Yeah, unfortunately, the map that I was using, for some reason, it's no longer available to me.
That's weird.
Apparently, I don't know, maybe they just didn't keep up with the server to keep that one up. So,
Right.
The interactive one?
not the interactive one.
Ooh.
The one that I had that showed the whole world. For whatever reason, it's not there anymore. Because it had some details that a lot of other maps didn't have, especially with regions like that.
I found an interesting World Anvil one just peeking out. Is it over in Netheral's direction? Or even further past that?
You're from the Aranok Desert,
Aranok.
which is the
Anorak?
Anarok, maybe is how it's pronounced. It's the close.
Anorak.
It's the closest desert to the Sword Coast.
Still quite far to travel, though.
Oh yes.
Oh, it was a long trip. Yeah, no, the vision said go, so they went.
Wow. That's quite a trip you must have made.
It was definitely an interesting trek, but one that we were well prepared for.
Well, hopefully we get to trek in that direction someday and see your homeland for ourselves.
There truly isn't much to see, but perhaps someday, when the world stops falling apart. If it ever does.
It will. And even if there isn't a lot to see, do you have family there? You mentioned a sibling once. Do they still live in the area?
We have 2 pairs of siblings. It is, once again, many other races are just one individual, so attempting to talk about multiple siblings multiplicatively can be confusing for those who aren't familiar with the concept.
I've said it before. Family's hard.
Indeed. But they are also in service to the Zentarum. One set of siblings have proven themselves great necromancers. They are who we sent the books back to. And the others found their way in martial arts. They are great warriors. And with 3 minds in one body, their skills are a sight to be seen.
Wow. Are they all in the same branch? Or
The factionalism that has affected the Zentarum here on the coast doesn't really reach us in particular. It's something of a symbiotic relationship. We provide a multitude of our talents to the proper authorities of the organization in exchange for their funding, support, and patronage in the desert. It allows our tribe to survive much easier than if we did not have their resources.
gotcha.
spend time in the tavern, telling stories and exchanging information, attuning to various magical items, and eventually the day starts to wane into evening.
I know you said we should stay put, but I just want to make one quick stop before we go to this place tonight. Don't worry, it's not anywhere dangerous. I just want to go pay my respects at the Temple of Ogma real quick. So, meet you guys there?
I guess. I think you were kind of our guide around the city, but we should probably be able to find our way there.
Yeah, we've been there before, right?
Hmm?
Do you want me to give you guys directions so you know where to go?
That might be better.
North, east, south.
And I'm pretty sure we can find our way to the docks, but still better to have directions.
Eve will attempt to give the party some general directions to the dock ward and, in particular, the part of the dock that we saw the carnival at, if she can remember.
Which the directions she gives generally seem familiar, because the first time you had been to the carnival, you actually got there on your own. Bosch, Gazrakul, and Veritas. But alright, so Eve, you're heading to the Temple of Ogma?
Mm-hmm.
And are the rest of you just going to wait at the tavern?
Yeah, sounds good.
Sure, yeah.
Although,
Fair
buddy
enough.
system, somebody should go with Eve.
What
I've
could
got
possibly...
Chelavi, but I've
Someone
got
has to go
Chelavi,
with
but if oh my god.
You want to take Pebs with you?
Sure, Bosch. That would be great.
You can bring help.
No, that's okay. I don't know if the temple scene is really helps kind of thing, you know. I feel like they'd be bored in there.
Loves helping.
Well, if things go sideways at this carnival, I think we're really gonna need their help, you know?
Oh. Bring
And
help
some
to
of
the
us are
carnival.
if things go sideways, right off the bat, you know.
Well, does it take a long time to summon help?
No.
Yeah, just as a last resort, you know. We're all a little tired on the spell area, so if any sort of fight breaks out, you know who to call.
Ring ring.
Um. Yeah.
Alright.
Okay, bye.
Have fun.
Thanks.
Alright. So, Eve, you and Chelavi make your way down the road towards the Temple of Ogma. And nothing of note happens on your way other than you notice that it does start to get dark as evening quickly progresses, being the shifting of the seasons going into fall. And eventually you're able to escape the cool fall breeze and enter into the hollowed halls of the Temple of Agma. As for what you're looking for, I'm not sure what to call this check. I suppose an investigation check.
Okay.
Does her taking out of her bag the blank scroll that she was unofficially given, or officially given, I guess, in her last encounter with Agma, do anything?
It's still blank.
Okay. Damn it.
Alright. You spend a while in here, looking for some kind of clue or symbol to kind of guide your way. And before you know it, you've realized that you've kind of lost track of time, and it has gotten quite late.
Ah, shite.
And
Alright, different time, I guess.
And as you turn to leave the library, you see the door.
Chalavi, do you see that?
The door that's now there, but wasn't there a moment ago? Yeah.
Huh. I feel like we should get going because it's kind of late, but this is what I'm here for. So, if you want to go on ahead and let everyone know that I'll be there soon, you can go ahead and do that if you want. I should be alright here.
You sure?
Yeah. It's safe here. Don't worry.
Alright. And Chelavi will walk off.
Eve will take a deep breath and head to the door and try and open it.
You open it, and inside you see that familiar warm glow of a fireplace and the two sitting chairs. Both chairs are empty, however.
Eve will look around and kind of knock on the door frame.
Excuse me? Hello? Anyone home?
Do you step inside?
Mm-hmm.
As you step through the frame, the door closes behind you. And a woman's voice greets you. Hello. You must be Eve, yes? And you see, off in the corner where you couldn't see from the door frame, standing in this sort of white gown, almost kind of similar to Tia's, but instead it has like a veil that goes over her face. Can't quite make out good features, but you can tell that it is of womanly shape. But they greet you. A pleasure to meet you. Agma, unfortunately, is a bit busy with your friend at the moment, taking up quite a bit of his time, and all the others. So I thought I would see you instead. Sorry for keeping you waiting. My name is Fate. It's a pleasure to meet you. And that's where we're going to end the session.